Greg Flanagan was a man of the sea. Born and raised near the coast, the ocean was in his blood. From a young age, he was drawn to the water, spending countless hours learning the ways of the sea. He spent his years navigating massive ships, mastering the art of sailing. His career took him to distant lands and exotic ports, each journey adding to his wealth of experience. His steady hand guided them through calm waters and stormy seas. Whether it was a serene day or a tempestuous night, Greg's expertise ensured the safety of his crew and cargo. Retirement brought him a different kind of peace. After decades at sea, he finally anchored himself on solid ground, embracing the tranquility of a life ashore. He traded the vast ocean for the comforts of home, finding joy in the simple pleasures of daily life. The sound of waves was replaced by the laughter of family and friends. His days were filled with the love of his wife, Susie. Together, they created a haven of warmth and affection, cherishing every moment they spent together. On September 15, 2010, Greg found himself at the Elegant Hotel in Beaumont, Texas. It was a place he had visited before, a familiar stop on his occasional travels. The reason for his stay remains shrouded in mystery, a puzzle that has yet to be solved. Was it a business trip, a personal getaway, or something else entirely? A detail lost in the tragic events that unfolded. That night, the hotel became the scene of an unexpected and heartbreaking incident. What we do know is that Greg was a creature of habit, finding solace in routine. His days were marked by familiar patterns, a testament to his disciplined nature. That night, like many nights before, he settled into his room 348. He unpacked his belongings, perhaps called Susie to say goodnight, and prepared for bed. A night like any other, or so it seemed. But fate had other plans, and the tranquility of the evening was shattered by an unforeseen tragedy. The morning light painted a picture of normalcy at the Elegant Hotel. Housekeeping staff went about their duties, unaware of the tragedy that awaited them. As they entered room 348, a sense of unease settled in. Greg lay still upon the bed. There was an unsettling peace in the room, a silence that spoke volumes. The television still flickered, a show left unfinished. The remnants of a snack lay untouched. Initially, assumptions pointed towards a peaceful passing, perhaps a heart attack, a silent thief in the night. But something didn't feel right. The stillness held a secret, a truth yet to be unveiled. The autopsy report arrived, like a chilling whisper, shattering the initial assumptions. Greg Flanagan had not died peacefully in his sleep. The truth lay hidden beneath his skin, a gruesome tapestry of unseen injuries, broken ribs, internal bleeding, a heart pierced through. These were not the hallmarks of a heart attack. This was violence, silent and brutal. The investigation took a sharp turn. Room 348, once assumed to be a sanctuary of peace, was now a crime scene. The question was no longer how Greg died, but who could have inflicted such harm without leaving a trace. The walls of the Elegant Hotel held secrets, whispers of the tragedy that unfolded within. The investigation led detectives next door to room 349. There they found Lance Muller, an electrician, and his co-worker Tim Steinmetz. Muller's story unfolded slowly, a confession laced with remorse and disbelief. He admitted to accidentally firing his gun, the bullet piercing through the wall and into room 348. A single, fatal shot. The revelation sent shockwaves through the investigation. It wasn't a calculated act of malice, but a moment of recklessness, a lapse in judgment with irreversible consequences. But one question lingered. Why didn't they report the shot? Section 5. Justice for Greg, a widow's fight. News of Greg's death reached Susie Flanagan like a tidal wave, leaving behind a trail of devastation. She was at home when she received the call, a moment that would forever be etched in her memory. The shock was immediate, but the pain that followed was even more profound. The grief was compounded by the knowledge that his death was not a peaceful passing, but a preventable tragedy. Greg had been a loving husband, a dedicated worker, and a cherished friend. The circumstances surrounding his death were shrouded in negligence and unanswered questions. Susie, fueled by grief and a thirst for justice, filed a lawsuit. She knew that this battle would be long and arduous, but she was determined to see it through. Her days were now filled with meetings with lawyers, reviewing documents and preparing for the court case. She sought answers, accountability, and a sense of closure that seemed impossible to grasp. Each piece of evidence she uncovered brought her closer to the truth. but also deeper into the complexities of the legal system. Her resolve never wavered, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. The lawsuit named Mueller, his co-worker, the hotel, and the security company, alleging negligence and a failure to act. The legal battle was not just about winning a case, it was about holding those responsible accountable for their actions and inactions. The media took hold of the story, the tragic tale of Greg Flanagan captivating the nation. News outlets covered every development, and the public followed the case with bated breath. Susie became a reluctant public figure, her private grief now a matter of public interest. The case became a cautionary reminder of the devastating consequences of negligence, of the fine line between an accident and criminal responsibility. As the trial progressed, the courtroom was filled with tension, each day bringing new revelations. In the end, Susie walked out of the courthouse, not just with a sense of relief, but with the knowledge that she had fought valiantly for justice. Section 6. The Echoes of Silence. The legal proceedings that followed were a whirlwind of testimonies, evidence, and legal battles. The patched-up hole in the wall of room 349 stood as a silent witness, a stark reminder of the fateful shot. Mueller was ultimately convicted of manslaughter, sentenced to 10 years. The severity of the sentence stemmed not only from the accidental shooting but also from the failure to report it, a decision that potentially cost Greg Flanagan his life. The case, however, left behind a residue of unanswered questions. Could Greg have been saved if Mueller had acted differently? Did the hotel's security protocols fail? The echoes of silence lingered, amplifying the tragedy. Section 7. The Weight of What Could Have Been. The mystery of room 348 extends beyond the legal proceedings. It is a story that intertwines with the very fabric of human nature, exploring the depths of our moral compass and the shadows that lurk within our decisions. It delves into the realm of ethics, questioning the choices made and the responsibility we bear for our actions and inactions. The ethical dilemmas faced by those involved are a mirror reflecting our own potential for both courage and cowardice. Mueller's failure to report the accidental shot speaks to a chilling disregard for human life, a moment of panic that sealed Greg's fate. This single moment of hesitation, of fear, led to irreversible consequences, a stark reminder of how fragile life can be. It underscores the weight of responsibility, the burden of knowing that a simple act could have made a world of difference. The haunting question of, what if, lingers, a ghost that haunts the corridors of our minds, reminding us of the power we hold in our hands. The case of Greg Flanagan serves as a stark reminder that our actions have consequences, both intended and unintended. His story is a testament to the ripple effect of our decisions, how one moment can alter the course of many lives. It highlights the importance of taking responsibility, of acting when it matters most, even when fear threatens to silence our better judgment. In the end, it is our actions, or lack thereof, that define us, shaping the world around us in ways we may never fully comprehend. As we reflect on the weight of what could have been, let us remember that every choice we make carries with it the potential to change lives. The story of room 348 is not just a tale of mystery, but a call to action, urging us to be mindful of the power we wield in our everyday decisions. Section 8, Room 348, A Cautionary Tale. The tragic tale of room 348 transcends the confines of a hotel room in Beaumont, Texas. It serves as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of personal accountability. Greg Flanagan's story is a testament to the fact that tragedy can strike anywhere at any time. It reminds us that even in the most ordinary of circumstances, danger lurks, and our choices can have irreversible consequences. The case also highlights the importance of vigilance, of speaking up when something feels wrong. It encourages us to be aware of our surroundings, to trust our instincts, and to never hesitate to report suspicious activity or potential danger. Section 9. In loving memory, Greg Flanagan. Greg Flanagan's life, though tragically cut short, was a life well lived. He was a man of the sea, a loving husband, and a kind soul. His memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him, a beacon of warmth in the face of unimaginable loss. The mystery of room 348 may never be fully solved, but one thing remains certain: Greg Flanagan's legacy will endure, a reminder to cherish every moment, to live with purpose, and to embrace the precious gift of life.